The burial ceremony of Ike had just been concluded. Ike, a diligent and ambitious man, was tragically killed by armed robbers just few weeks before. His sudden demise came as a devastating shock to everyone, especially his newlywed wife, Ifeoma. After the just concluded wedding ceremony of Ike and Ifeoma, the couple had planned to enjoy their honeymoon overseas, but the sudden death of Ike changed everything in no time. It was just few weeks to their traveling when armed robbers invaded their home in the dead of the night. They demanded for money, and when Ike and Ifeoma couldn't provide any, the robbers brutally shot Ike. Their reason and the identity of the robbers remained unknown. Ike bled till he could no longer bear the pain. He was pronounced dead at the hospital, leaving Ifeoma a grieving widow. After the burial ceremony, Ifeoma remained unmarried. She couldn't get over Ike just like that. She needed time to heal and pick the pieces of her shattered life. 3 years passed and still she was single. One day, while shopping at the supermarket, Ifeoma stumbled on an old-time friend from tertiary institution. Her friend, Adama, recognized her so fast. The two hugged each other tightly as a sudden nostalgic feeling took over their heart. Adama, is this really you? I've missed you so much, and you're even pregnant. I'm so happy for you, and how have you been? Ifeoma asked. I'm very much ill and hearty, and yes, so as regards the pregnancy, God has blessed me with a very caring and amazing husband. By the grace of God, I will put to bed soon. Ifeoma was happy to see a friend enjoying her marriage and having a good life. Adama's house was very close to the mall, and she invited Ifeoma over. Ifeoma couldn't express how happy she was meeting her best friend from school after so many years. She narrated how her husband died 3 years ago from robbery attack. I'm so sorry about your loss, my friend. God will provide a better man for you. Just put your trust in him, Adama told Ifeoma as she consoles her. Ifeoma was feeling relaxed at Adama's house. They were conversing and sipping wine until she saw the photo frame of Adama and her husband on the wall. What? She screamed hurriedly, standing up from the chair, pointing her finger at the picture. He's dead! He died 3 years ago! What is this photo doing here? She asked Adama. She soon came back to her senses when Adama told her that the man she's seeing is her husband and not a dead man. What are you talking about, Ifeoma? That is my adorable husband I told you about earlier. Are you sure you're not hallucinating? Adama asked in confusion. You mean this man is your husband? No, that can't be. This is my husband. He's dead and he's been buried 3 years ago. I'm not mad and I'm not seeing things. This is my husband, my own Ike. Ifeoma snapped. Adama could not understand her friend again at this point. She tried to calm her and ensure she's fine, but all to no avail. Sooner, Adama's husband came in and Ifeoma received the most shocking revelation of her life. It's him! She screamed as she ran out of the house. Adama had just been married for 1 year and she just got pregnant for her husband, Ekene. She knows Ekene family so well. Her wedding ceremony might be a private one, but she sure knows Ekene's family, and there is no way her husband could be a ghost.
What just happened here?
Ekene asked in confusion.
Who is that woman, and why did she run away like that?
He asked. That is my best friend from school. We lost contact a long time ago, and I stumbled on her at the supermarket today. And ever since she saw your picture, she started saying you are her husband and you are dead. Ekene bursted into laughter. He laughed so hard after hearing his wife's explanation.
Are you sure your friend is okay?
Ekene asked after forcing himself to stop laughing. I asked her the same thing, my love. I'm not sure she's fine. I don't know why she will put up that act after seeing her for a very long time. But she's fine now, and I'm sure she'll get over whatever is wrong with her, Adama replied. On getting home, Ifeoma called Ike's mother. She asked if Ike, by any chance, is a twin, but the woman said no. My son is not a twin. He was my only son, and there is no way I will give birth to a twin without knowing, Mama Ike replied. Ifeoma proceeded to explain that she saw him at a friend's house minutes ago, but the woman insisted her son is never a twin. Ifeoma could not sleep throughout the night. She kept thinking about what happened and was unsure of what to do. Mama Ike, on the other hand, was worried. She wondered if the death of Ike had started affecting Ifeoma, that she couldn't get her mind off him after 3 years. The following day, Ifeoma left for Adama's house very early in the morning. She needed to be sure that her eyes weren't deceiving her. If she sees the same person again, then she's right. It's her husband, Ike. Adama had left for her antenatal before Ifeoma arrived. On arrival, Ekene opened the door for Ifeoma. On seeing Ekene, she grabbed him tightly, wanting to confirm if he's dead or alive. I knew it! You are my husband, Ike. What are you doing here? You are dead and buried 3 years ago. Why are you here? Why is your spirit getting no rest? Why are you wandering about? Ifeoma asked in tears.
Shut up, woman!
Ekene snapped.
This was the same thing you did yesterday when you came here. I'm alive, and I shall not die but live according to the will of God. I don't know if you've gone mad or something. I am not Ike or whatever you call it. I am Ekene, a respected engineer and a husband to your friend, Adama. So get that into your head and act right.
Ifeoma shouted in anger. No! 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 You are my husband, and I won't leave you until you tell me why I'm seeing you after 3 years of your burial. Ekene could not take it anymore at this point. He was tired and he's had enough of Ifeoma calling him a dead person, mistaking him for her dead husband. He forcefully pushed her out of his house and slammed the door. Ifeoma was devastated, but she refused to give up. When Adama came back home, Ekene angrily explained how Ifeoma came earlier, embarrassing him and calling him her dead husband. He warned Adama never to allow Ifeoma in his house again.
I do not want to see that woman in this house again. Please,
he said. At this point, Adama began to worry. Why will Ifeoma call her husband a dead man? Since she has known Ifeoma, she has never acted as strange as this before. Adama couldn't get an answer to the questions running through her mind. She finally fell asleep and soon forgot what happened. Ifeoma, now sure that her eyes weren't deceiving her, went to Ike's mother. Ifeoma narrated the encounter she had with her dead husband. I saw him, Mama. He looks so much like my dead husband. He talks like him, walks like him, and even acts like him. Please do something, Mama. I'm beginning to lose my mind, she said in tears. Mama Ike became very concerned at this point. If Ifeoma had been hammering on this matter for days now, then it means that something is wrong somewhere. Ifeoma, Mama Ike began to speak. If you're sure you've been seeing your dead husband like you've said, then we need to seek the help of the elders. We can't do this alone. I am deeply rooted in Christ, and God will fight this battle for me. Mama Ike prepared to visit a pastor, and she took Ifeoma along. We will be going on this journey together, she said. Mama Ike asked Ifeoma to explain everything she saw to the pastor, and after listening to everything she said, the pastor told the two of them to be prayerful and wait for a few days in order for him to pray to God to reveal the reasons behind your occurrences to him. Pastor, how many days do we have to wait? Adama asked hastily. I need to pray for 7 days and wait for the Lord to speak to me. What? 7 days is too much, Pastor. Can't we come back tomorrow? Ifeoma asked. Allow God to shed light to this darkness and wait till 7 days, as I said earlier, the pastor said. Ifeoma and her mother-in-law had to go home and wait for the 7 days. Although the 7 days felt like 7 years to Ifeoma, she waited patiently, and on the 7th day, they went back to the pastor. The pastor had already prepared the water and had sanctified it. They all went in Ifeoma's car to Adama's house. On getting there, Adama refused to let them in. Hey woman, Ifeoma, what are you doing here again? Oh, so you are here to call my husband a dead man again? Never. That is never going to happen. You and I are never friends again. So go back to where you are coming from. I will never allow you into my home. Adama shouted in anger. However, after so many pleas from the pastor and Mama Ike, Adama finally let them in, saying it's only because of the pastor and Mama Ike. If it were for you, I would never let you in, because I'm only allowing you in because of the 2 elderly people with you. On getting inside, Mama Ike fell to the ground when she saw Ekene. The sight of her dead son puzzled her. So, Ifeoma was right all this while. It's my son. The dead and the living don't meet. What are you doing here? Mama Ike questioned in tears. The whole room was in chaos.
Why did you allow this bunch of lousy people in?
Hekene asked his wife angrily.
Now you all should get out of my house, else I'll call the police on you.
As he picked up his phone to call the police, the pastor hastily poured the sanctified water he's been prayed into for 7 days on him.